Refreshing Viewpoints, where we are prospecting for gold in the Golden Isles of Georgia. I'm your host, Bill Austin, and we are live at Tipsy McSway. Woohoo! So we've got this fantastic live audience that is with us today, so we're going to get them engaged. But before we get them engaged, we want to thank visionary Skip Mountain, who is the Dean of Business at the Coastal College of Georgia. And he is the one that made this happen. So Skip, we thank you very much. And I think we've all heard a little bit about Million Cups of Coffee, but Skip, if you could just say a few brief words and identify some of the people that help you out behind the scenes, on the scene, or wherever else.
Well, because this is live, I'm just going to say no. We're going to see how Bill fills time. It's an event where we get two entrepreneurs to tell their stories, not pitches, but stories. And we have organizers that have been helpful, and we have a wonderful sponsor, Susan Bates. So, and we meet the first Wednesday of each month, and that's what we do.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now I want to talk to members of the audience and find out from you, why do you come? What makes Million Cups of Coffee special that you would take time to come here? That's a good idea. I was hoping I'd get this. Okay. Who would like to tell why they come here? What's meaningful to them?
The bar is open.
The bar is open. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You can hold this.
Thank you. My name's Dave Bowers. I'm new to the community. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm just learning about other entrepreneurs, and I like to be at Tipsy's as often as I can.
Nothing wrong with that, Dave. Thank you very much. Anybody else?
Hi, Bill. I'm Trina Smith-Smythe with Service Master, and I've belonged to other networking groups, but this one's really special. You have a great amount of entrepreneurs that gather together, like you said, tell stories, get feedback from the audience when they have a hiccup, and it's just different, and it's very community related, and my company is very community related, and so I like this format.
Isn't that a refreshing view? Thank you very much. Okay, who else? Back here. Share your name.
I'm Heather Farley with the College of Coastal Georgia, and I like to know who my neighbors are and what their stories are. I think it's easy to pass a business by when you're walking down the street, but a lot harder when you know what's behind that business.
Okay. Thank you very much. Anyone else? Kathy.
Hi, I'm Kathy Stratton with All Fired Up Mobile Wood Fired Pizza. I come because I'm always learning about what new businesses are opening, the trials and tribulations they've gone through in order to open, and there's always a great story behind it. So I feel like I come here and then I learn what's going on in our community and some of the businesses that are coming. Thank you.
Kathy, thank you very much. And a couple of people have mentioned networking, and I think this is an excellent place to network and get to know people, because like one of the people said from the first presenter, it's not just where they are. When you get to know them, talk to them, then they know you personally, and that makes a huge difference. So thank you very much. Anybody else?
I'm Donna Davis, and I'm here to learn from all of you, but also to introduce new folks that are new into our community and have a passion for what we are. We're all sitting here with the same passion, so to introduce new folks to people like you.
Who are these new folks, anyhow, that you?
My friend Stephen Prince and his daughter Courtney.
Okay. Steve is a neighbor of mine.
I knew that was going to come out.
So do you have a word to say, sir?
Well, I'm on the tail end of my working career. I'm moving into a new stage in life, and I've always believed that one of the biggest responsibilities anyone has in any society is that while you're making, you need to be giving. And I've reached a point in life where I want to give back to the community. I think that one can extract value and income and opportunity from a business environment, but at the same time, give back to the community, because we're all gonna pass one day, and hopefully we've left it better than it was when we got here. And that's really a big goal of mine in my life, and organizations like this offer somebody like me an opportunity to do that. So thanks to all of you, and if I can ever be of any assistance from an advisory standpoint, or just wanna have a cup of coffee outside a cups of coffee environment and talk about it, I'm here. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Show of hands, people who have given a presentation here. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Look at all the people who've given a presentation. All these are entrepreneurs. So thank you very much. Any other comments, thoughts, people want to talk about what makes it special to you?
Oh, let me say one more.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I forgot my daughter. So another part of this is that she has just moved here from New York City. 13 years in New York City. She's been here for 3 weeks now. And so I'm trying to teach her how I did it, whatever that is, and to maybe do it even better than I've done it. So I'm welcoming Courtney to Southeast Georgia, where I was raised, by the way, in Waycross, Georgia. So we're coming back home, but also introducing her to what I think is one of the greatest places in the United States. So thanks.
Thank you very much. I'm sure you will find a lot of wonderful things here. So that's kind of feedback from our audience about what makes Million Cups of Coffee special. So thank you very much. We're going to transition now from Million Cups of Coffee and audience feedback to refreshing viewpoints, because that's what Skip asked me to do. And the reason why I'm here is because I made a mistake of sitting beside Skip one day, and I mentioned something about refreshing viewpoints, and he said, well, August the 1st, we want you to present. Yes, sir, Mr. Dean. So, refreshing viewpoints, what we do and how we do it and that kind of thing. We started in 2014, and we started by giving a presentation on the rooftop of Ocean Lodge. How many people have been on the rooftop of Ocean Lodge? Isn't that a beautiful place? That is a marvelous place, and it has quite a refreshing view. And that's where we got our name from. Because I was up there, and sometimes all of us get into situations where we think that we have limitations, and really the limitations are the limitations we put on ourselves. And you get that expansive view of the possibilities that are in all of our lives. And so we said, why not do refreshing viewpoints? So we did refreshing viewpoints, and we started there. And we would have topics that were human interest topics, like how to start anew. Whether you're starting anew because of something that happened in your life, an illness, something new because of you're just moving to a new location, whatever it is. And then we kind of went from there, and then we formed partnerships. And we formed partnerships with the Career Academy, and we started filming there because they said, you know what, we need places where our students can get some real experience. So we went to Golden House Career Academy, and we were filming there. At that time, I think Price was a student there, and the students, and this was with Kevin Pullen and the CEO, Rich Townsend, and so we would film there, and then the students would film it, they would edit it, and then they would put it on YouTube that we can then put it on our Facebook. It didn't cost anything. Not a bad deal, right? So we did that, and then we said, well, this isn't working quite the way we wanted it to, and so we transitioned to going to location. And we went to locations, and I just happened to see a few people in the audience who went to location. So if you've been on Refreshing Viewpoints, raise your hand. All right, see one over there, but I know there's been others. We've had Rap Happy, we've had the dance school down the street here, we've had several. So, but we'd go to their location, and we would film there, and so that worked well. And so we've been doing that for a few years now, or just a couple of years, and now we're transitioning again. We are thinking about doing once a month at Ocean Lodge, but we'll continue to do on location and feature businesses. So if you have a business or something that you're interested in doing, let us know. Our cards are on the table. Now there is one little minor difference. We were working out all of the bugs, and when you're starting something new, there are bugs. And so you work out all the bugs, and we didn't want to trouble the people who were nice enough to let us go to their business by charging them. Well, those days are over. We would charge now $200, but you get whatever we film. It's filmed, it's edited, and it's put on your website. So we get a chance to do that, and that works well for the business. And if you go anywhere else and try to ask for the same thing, it'll cost you a lot more. So so we've got that. Any questions about Refreshing Viewpoints?
Just a comment, I think $200 is too little. Coming from Nashville, Tennessee, something like that costs you at least a couple $1,000. I think $200 is way too much. No place.
Thank you very much, neighbor. We will rethink that. Any other questions? Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir. What are the topics that you have on Progressive Group Viewpoints? Are there topics that you select, or topics that the individual wants to speak about?
It's usually related to their business, so that when we went to Dotton Armies, we talked about Dotton Armies and what they do, and gave them a chance to tell their stories. One of the questions that I always ask, regardless of the business that we go to, because I think it's quite fascinating, because most of the people have been entrepreneurs. And it's like, what got you started? And what advice would you have for somebody else who's doing this? Because it's a big step to go from I got this idea to making it a reality. And most of the time, you don't start making hundreds of thousands of dollars right away. And people need to know that part of it. You need to, people say, well, what other kinds of challenges did you face? And we give them a chance to talk about that and their growing pains. So we talk about the individual, and then we talk about their business. Other questions?
How long is the video?
Usually around, that's a very good question, usually about 5-7 minutes. We try not to make it too long, because if it's too long, people will tune you out. You got to make it short and sweet. Now what we have done is, if there's several things, we'll make 2 or 3 videos. I think we did 3 with you, 2 or 3? Mm-hmm. Did we just? I know we got 2. I think we got 2. We did one that focused on Jennifer, and then we did one that focused on the business. We went to the Yellow Deli, and how many people have been to the Yellow Deli? Isn't it awesome? And I think we did 3 there. Matter of fact, we did 1 or 2 on location, and then they own that beautiful tall ship, and we went there and did one there. Okay. Well, this is yes.
Would you also do a video, like a behind the scenes type of video, like how a product is made?
Yes.
Like a short clip, like
Anything like that, we would be glad to do. Well, Skip is reining me in here a little bit, so we will call it a day. But thank you very much, Skip. Thank you very much for Tipsy McSwade. Okay, and tune in again. Will there be another Refreshing View waiting for you?
Start planting the seeds. Let's harvest